Let's try this one again. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know. Not going to say anything. Can you hear me, Lizzie? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Thank you. Thank you, Liz. Thank you. Somebody starts off with hold the line. What good is that going to do? What is that going to do? What does that mean? In any event, my friend, I wanted to get with you. I wanted to tell you this is July, the end of July. This is when we look at the week, the month, the whole bit. Look at the numbers and how we did, and that's a part thing. And this is a part which I think is so important, so critical. Now, what I want you to understand is we've been going through a lot of stuff, my friends. A lot of stuff. And we have had our patience tried tremendously. And we're doing the best that we can to hang in there, but I want everybody to know I am not going anywhere. And I want this to be an absolute affirmation of who we are. Remember where we were. I was thinking we have to do this from time to time, because with all that's going on, there's a lot that's happening, obviously, with Trump, and we're wondering, does he still have it? Do we still have it? And that's the most important thing in the world. Do we still have it? Are you still with me, him and me? And I am. And I just want you to know, I may not like what he's doing in a lot of respects. I make it abundantly clear. Absolutely. This is the most important. I want you to understand this. I don't like our foreign policy. It sucks. What he's doing regarding Israel and Gaza is an abomination. It's horrific. Absolutely. I mean, to the point where I don't even recognize it. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. As far as Russia goes, a catastrophe. He has some of the worst people. Marco Rubio, Pam Bondi. I'm sorry. I think Pam's been kind of shown the door, given a copy of the home game. The other folks who were involved in it, Dan Bongino, your boyfriend, he acts like a baby. And the Epstein files are such the biggest bunch of nothing. I am maybe I'm speaking a different language. I've talked about the Epstein files to the point where I don't even know what to say anymore. But you would keep asking, where's the Epstein files? Okay. What do you think is going to be in the Epstein files? What do you think? What's going to be in them? You don't know. You've never thought about this. You don't know. That notwithstanding, I'm still with the guy because we have absolutely no other choice in this man. There's no other choice. So if you want to know about the Epstein files or what's going to happen, or is Obama going to be brought to justice, do me a favor. I think it's a great move. What would you suggest? I don't give a shit about the Epstein files. There's nothing there. How many times have I said it? Seriously. I don't know why he just has to call me and say, look, I'll get in front of the whole country and say, enough of this nonsense. What do you think they're going to show? What? Nothing. I don't know what they're going to show. I don't know what you think they're going to show. I don't know what you think. I don't know. Stop talking about the Epstein files. Please. This is the most important thing in the world. Do you think that there were massive... Do you think you're going to find anything about this now? Do you think that Epstein was a big child trafficking ring? Is that what you think? Seriously, is that what you think? Did anybody believe this was a huge child trafficking ring? Do you? Is that what... Do you think that Epstein was a child trafficker, not a pedophile? Again, the wrong term. Do you think this was trafficking, that his goal was to be a trafficker, to traffic women, to deal with them for this almighty, I guess, this notion of blackmail. Do you think it is? Do you understand this? There are people who you don't know anything about this. I've been talking about this. Do you think he is like CPS, the Mexican cartels, the Biden administration? How many unaccompanied minors came in, honey? How many? 1 million plus? Anybody? You understand this? The Epstein case, the Epstein story. I've been on shows. What do you think? Are you listening? Have you heard? I mean, we'll talk about this. What do you think is going on regarding what? What do you think now? We have exhausted this. What do you think we're going to see now? Tell me. I want to hear this. What do you think you're going to hear? So what I want to do is I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you and say, listen, if you want to keep talking about the Epstein ring, or if you want to keep talking about Hillary Clinton, do you think anything's going to be done? No. No. Nothing. I don't know how to tell you this. It's fun. We can talk about it. We just talk about stuff. We just talk about it. Do me a favor, get off your ass, write Congress people, call somebody you know, somebody you represent. But do me a favor. You're boring me. We've got to move on. I've been talking about the fact that they killed him. I've said hyoid bone, probably more than anybody around, thyroid cartilage. I've been through this. They won't even answer that. And you think they're going to open this up? Hey, look, thousands of, we're going to go like that call for freedom. We're going to unlock doors and we're going to pull people out of cages. Look on the island underneath that weird obelisk. There's children. What do you think this is? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Where do you think? How do you think kids got there? How do you think she got her 20 years? He's dead. What do you want? It's not going to happen. This is like we're just talking about this over and over. It's just like with this fellow we have running for mayor in New York, Zoran Mamdani. The best person available who could run would be Curtis Sliwa. And what do we talk about it? Nothing. We keep talking about him. You call him a communist. He's not a communist. He's a Marxist. He's not a Marxist. Nothing. But what they do, like here, a bunch of people, they sit on their fat ass all day and they just talk about it. They just talk, but they won't lift a finger to go out. I'm on it every single day. I'm on 2 channels, radio, Twitter, telling people this is what I think. This is where to go. He killed people. Nothing happens. We just talk shit all day long. We just say things. Say what you want. Go ahead. You want to talk about UFOs? Talk about UFOs. Nothing's going to happen. You want to talk about what? 9/11? You want to talk about Baphomet, Satanism? You want to talk about what? Seed oils? I know you love seed oils. You're crazy about seed oils. And sugar. And what else do you talk about? Methylene. We just talk about it. But I promise you, there's not one person watching now who has ever repeatedly called, emailed, contacted their member of Congress or their senator. I promise you, nothing. It's just sit back and think that just talking about it from your end. Do you start your own channel? No. Do you go out and use a Twitter or an X channel, if you will, an account to maybe go out and to repeat or to be a part of the momentum, to run on and say, I can be participatory? Too much work. I'll put a like. And then they'll come on and they'll say, you don't understand. This is about trafficking in the children. What are you doing on it? You haven't lifted a finger. Have you talked to anybody? No, not really. But I love to say this because we love, there are these people, you don't, how do I say this? The issues that are the most important, and we can do something now, is AI. I've tried it. I'm telling you, watch what they do to Candace Owens. Oh, people go crazy with that because they like her. These are like, when I say you, it's not this particular crowd, but it's like they're your babysitters. They're your favorite beat. I like her. She's standing up. Standing up for what? She's going after an old lady, she says a man, who had her way with a student when he was 15 and they married. Is that right? No. Your grandmother did it. Your grandfather did it. Different time, mind you. But you're trying to focus all this hate against Brigitte because you're saying, but it's the children and she's a pervert. It's one person. Child trafficker? Not even trafficking. Was it pedophilia? I know you love that word. It's ridiculous. What are we talking about? One person? What about Charlie Chaplin? And that's a different story. What about Jerry Seinfeld? What about, we can go through this whole list. It's just like, it makes you feel like this. And we can talk about cults, and we can talk about children and bringing them in armoires and tunnels and basically synthesizing blood products. And oh my God, it's just nuts. And that's why people will always consider us to be crazy. Honest to God, they think we're crazy because of the stuff that we say. We just scream and yell on this. No, we'll talk about it, but we just, and you can say, what about me or Candace for that matter, or my good friend Sean Atwood, who just hit 1 million, or whoever it is. Tucker's doing some of the most important work around. Did you see our friend John Mearsheimer with Tucker? Did that inspire you? Do you understand this? Have you done this? What have you done? What have you done? Tell me, what has it done? Do you really care? Do you really care honestly about Brigitte Macron? No. The number one that is facing this world right now, the number one issue is artificial intelligence. Number one. Good luck trying to get a bunch of these people to say, can we talk about the Wiener laptop? Enough with the Wiener laptop. We have like 4 tunes we keep playing over and over again. And what they do is they keep tantalizing you and taunting you. They keep saying, we have these new things right now. We have treason. Everybody says treason, even though I've said to the millionth time, there is no such thing, honest to God, as treason. This is not war. Nobody's aiding. It's not treason. You call it treason. Have we fully got to the bottom of January 6th? No. Today in New York and New Jersey, we had these flash floods, these crazy floods, I think. And we were looking out the window, and it's not even raining. But in Brooklyn, they were going crazy. And in New Jersey, they were freaking out. There's something weird with the weather. Anybody talking about that? No. No, that's not. Number one is that medieval. You want to talk about trafficking? Talk about digital safety. Talk about kids who are lured, how kids are trafficked all the time. How about the new child safety, the age verification? You're not into that. You want to talk about spirit cooking and maybe MK Ultra. That's good. And that's fun. Are you kidding me? This is why people think we're out of our minds. This is why people think. Because it's like it's this childish stuff. I mean, it's interesting, so to speak, but it's you just want to just talk, just this talk. So what is the number one issue right now? Do you know what is happening in the Middle East? Does that interest you in the least? It is cataclysmic what we are seeing. Cataclysmic. And Trump is making the biggest mistake ever by selling his soul and selling us out to what is nothing but a bloodbath, a massacre, a liquidation of humanity. Call it whatever you want, genocide or apartheid, I don't know. We never talk about that. That's not interesting. It's not juicy enough. Really? Yeah, not really. Let's talk about Baphomet or Satan, that kind of thing. I swear to God. Or one of the biggest stories. This is so critical. And I tell people this and I think, no. This American Eagle story is missed by everybody because they think, it's about genes or something. Like, no. It's about maybe a meme. Or you can put my meme in there. Can I put a meme? No, it's not about that. What do you think it is? It's one of the most incredible reclamations of rational thought that we've come across. Absolutely, positively, 100%. White, blonde, blue-eyed, gaining status in the world. It's unthinkable. Unbelievable. And it's not being covered. It's being covered just in terms of, the storyline. It's a huge story in terms of the culture wars. Now, if it was about, Leah Thomas or a trans athlete, because that's meatier, maybe the fruit or hanging even lower. This is one of the biggest stories in the world. People are going crazy about it. About a recalibration, a reaffirmation of kind of the way we want. When I say we, I don't mean white people. I mean the fact that we should be able to say that all people are worthy, all people are, and that this particular woke part is dead. I was watching this big con, Charlie Kirk, talking to kids they get these stupid kids. They filter only the good stuff. You don't hear the kids who lay this guy out. This guy is such a shill. You know who he is, right? You know this term. And this isn't my thing. Who are the voices of our movement? What is our movement? I cannot tell you. To see Tucker and John Mearsheimer, it was beautiful. Anybody talking about that? No. Nope. You're seeing something that is in the history of the Middle East, what we are seeing right now, and the devolution, if you will, of NATO, the end of the EU, Brexit's going to be. There is a revolution in the world is happening, and it's kind of like MAGA moving on, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Epstein, but we're not going any further. And every day there's another little story, another little link. Hey, we just looked at these videos, and it looks like there's somebody wearing an orange jumpsuit. These weren't orange clothing being delivered. Let's talk about that for another week and a half. It's over with. I mean, the story, there's nothing there. There's nothing. The list means nothing. That's just it's not that anymore. JFK, RFK, UFOs. Come on. Stop it. Stop. There's so much. The number one issue. The number one. I saw something. I posted this. I don't know if you saw this, but it should scare people to death. Absolutely, positively. Check out, by the way, interactive polls. These are really something. By the way, interactive polls with among independents. Fourth quarter, Republican 47-43. Second quarter was 46-43. There is a massive switch here. Kamala is not going to be running for Republican. Keep an eye on that. Do you know in a 2028, this is ridiculous. This is JL Partners Daily Mail. In a 2028 presidential election, hypothetical between Barack Obama and Donald Trump. This isn't going to happen, but if it could. 52-41 Obama. Donald Trump against Hillary, 44-43. I don't know about that. Donald Trump against Biden, Trump 44. In New York, it's very interesting. It's just it's a very, very interesting kind of a race. But I want to show you something. But see, it's another thing too we don't do enough of. We don't talk about, and this is important, we don't talk about politics. We're not really into politics. We don't know primaries and all that. We don't know anything about that. Electoral college, we're just more into kind of issues and things, which is fine. But that's not gonna cut the biscuit. You know what I mean? Like that great piece, the Biscuit song. I want to show you something. Where is this? Oh, this woman today. There's this woman, she was doing something. She's called the real, I can't remember, I'm the Alexa or something. And she does this thing where she's talking. And she uses where she says, it was not so promptu after all. Not impromptu, promptu. Very good. But I want to read this thing to you. This should scare you to death. Of course, it's not, because it has something to do with pedos or blood. In any event, let me see something. I'm going to show you this, which is terrific. Hang on a minute. I have to. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay. Let me see. Here we go. This is what I want to show you. Where is this? Here we go. Listen to this. The top 40 occupations with the highest AI applicability score. Where people will do the best. And there's a whole thing. Interpreters, translators, historians, passenger attendants, sales reps, writers, authors, customs and service, CNC, telephone operators, ticket agents. There's just editors. Where is the future of everything going to go with AI? Unbelievable. Hey, do you think people are catching on to the age verification issue regarding AI? No. You know what they're doing? They're saying this is a way to purge our data. This is a way to get our data. There's a war going on for children, for the minds of children. You know, we were talking to a friend, a friend of the family. They're expecting their first child, and I'm thinking to myself, They have no idea. Everybody's worrying about, the Podesta type of guy, that kind of thing. That's not the person who's going to pose the biggest threat. Not in the least. That's not going to be it. It's not going to be it. It's going to be AI. It's going to be that. It's going to be jobs. It's going to be colleges. It's going to be everything. The future is so frightening right now because nobody knows what it is and nobody's talking about it because they think it's Chat GPT or something. I don't know. Now there's a couple of things here. I want to mention something which is a bigger implication. You know why the Candace Owens thing is important? Not because of Candace Owens, because she's too angry and she's too this and she and Anna Kasparian and the others they get far too angry. Abby Martin has this thing where they're so strident. They act like they've just discovered this issue for themselves. They've been around. Anyway, I'm not saying they're not right, but they're going to, the people who sued Dominion are suing Candace Owens, and they're going to go after her. And anybody who promoted her, had her on, published this, they don't want her. They want the Rogans and the Tim Dillons and whoever, if Tucker does it. That's where they're going. Because the real future, what should scare people, is lawfare kind of sort of being used in libel and slander. Anybody talking about that? No. Because the word Epstein doesn't fit into this. It's a huge story. Diddy, I know when you say Diddy, people say, oh God, but see, they don't understand it. They've never studied it. They don't really think about it. It's not Epstein. Or if there's an issue. And if I were the judge, I would most probably, either that or an appellate judge for sure, but I would either grant a new trial or maybe grant a JOA on the Mann Act because they're charging him, and after that, with basically being a pimp for purposes of Mann Act violations. That's like saying Hugh Hefner was a pimp. It's ridiculous. The implications are huge. This is lawfare. I can't expect people to understand that because they just think that, I don't know, it's not important or something. It's a huge case involving what he is doing is an adult involved in behavior which you might find sordid and the like, and selective prosecution and the like. So anyway, what I'm saying is I hope as we end July that somehow we get hold of our senses and we say, let's make sure that we look at this issue a little bit closer because Epstein it's too complicated. It's like when you've had a fishing line that's so tangled, you just pull the spool and throw it away. You can't unravel it. Nothing's going to come of it. Nobody wants to know anything. But you know what? She may have a lot to say. And the best part about it is that when you ask somebody, here's the thing. When people talk about Epstein and you say, what would make you the most happy? They can't answer the question. What would you really want? What do you want? What would you really want to happen? No, seriously, what would you want? Give me the craziest idea, the craziest fantasy. What would you want to see happen? Tell me. No, tell me. No. Do you want to see people arrested? Do you want to see... What do you want to see? They can't tell you. Do you want to see somebody... Today, Bill Gates was arrested. I'm not saying he did, but hypothetically. Or Bill Clinton for having relations with a then minor 20 years ago. Is that what you want to see? Yeah, right? Because that's what you want to see, right? You think. You're not really sure, but you think, well, yeah, maybe. How would you prove this? Epstein's dead. Ghislaine ain't going to talk. You got to grant her immunity. She's not going to. Why was she talking? Risk more prosecution. How are you going to prove it? Does the woman who want to do they want to do this? No, because nobody thinks about the actual applications of this of prosecution. Remember Pulp Fiction? Remember when they opened up the briefcase and there was that glow, that golden whatever? That's what people think the list is. It's this magical glow. This, and they don't know what it is, but they think it stands for something. It stands for the, I don't know what, the Ark of the Covenant. I don't know. And if you ask them, they have no idea. They just say Epstein file. Okay. Gotta watch Judge Wapner. Wapner's on. Okay, Rain Man, take it easy. Epstein file. What about it? Let's talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. It's like, no, I just want to kind of sort of maybe talk about it. I don't know. If I could give you one issue, who was responsible for the attempt on the president's life? Nothing. Who's going to go back to of the people who lied about Mar-a-Lago, like that judge who lied about the documents and going through Melania's underwear drawer and all that? Who? Anybody? See, nothing's ever done. Nothing ever happened. Nothing ever is concluded. What about the Epstein binders? What about Pam Bondi? You're never going to hear from Pam Bondi again. It's going to go away. It's going to just go away. You're never going to find out why Dan Bongino was shaken to the core. But that notwithstanding, I'm still with this president. He's all we have. And at his worst, he's better than anything the left could read. And in some respects, he is a disaster. And I don't think I swear to God, there's some things I don't think he knows what he's doing. I really don't. Then other things he shows a genius the likes of which I've never seen before. It's incredible. So in the event, my friend, as we say goodbye to July, I say to you, thank you. And just do me one little favor. Just lighten up and do me a favor and take all of your energy, all of your typing, all of your LOLs and emojis and flags and emoticons and send emails repeatedly or call your representatives and senators, please, just to say you did it, because you know you don't do it. You don't. That's not fun. It's the most important thing you can do. They keep track of everything. And especially, God forbid, you do a phone call. You can't believe the phone calls. You can't believe it. Mrs. L sends things all the time. And we can tell by what receives. It's being done. I'm not saying it ends, it fixes things. It can't. But just doing this, just yammering, and this is fun. And it's fun, nothing wrong with it. It's, entertainment, discussion is fun. But that's it? And you're complaining about stuff when you've got this representative and you don't even, I don't do that. It's like, I don't do Windows. No, I'm more of an online person. I like to bitch and moan and scream and get mad, far away, kind of in the shadows. I don't really want to come out. I want to use an alias. I'll let you folks come out and put your heart and soul and heart, on the sleeve. And I don't do that. I just want to complain and mock people. Look, it's a free country. Do whatever you want. Eh? That's what I mean. All right, my friends. Tonight, 1 to 5, overnights, the Friday show. The Friday show on WABC. Oh, my God. So much fun. So much fun. Don't talk about this. I can't because, if you think you're having a difficult time with it, terrestrial radio is not ready yet. But we're going to get them little by little, bit by bit. All right? Okay. Don't forget to follow Mrs. L. She's got, watch this interview she did with the Wonder Girls she's going to post. It is the most, there's hope in the world, hope for betterment, I guess. Most important thing, just watch them. Also, check out Lionel Legal. I just did one before on Still American Eagle. Lionel Eagle Legal. Nobody got that one. Also, I did a piece on how Diddy is looking perhaps maybe to set aside the verdict, maybe not a JNOV, but a JOA. Absolutely. And for good reason. Yes, great legal reasons. Don't forget to like this video. I need every one of your likes there is. And I thank you for this. Thank you for being a part of this. But please, tomorrow, for the first time, write a congressman, and just have it in a form letter and keep saying, what are you going to do about this? What are you going to do about this? What are you going to do about the Epstein files? Tell me what you've done. Tell me what you've done. Take all that you've written here today, wonderful form, copy it, send it to your congressman. What have you done? Tell me where we are. How do we sit? What's your position? Will we ever get to the bottom of this? Ask them. Have them say, oh, Jesus, here he is again. Become participatory. And the fact that you would need coaxing is a sad statement, my friend. But I know you're different. All right, dear friends, have a great and glorious day. See you tonight, 1 a.m. on WABC. Until then, my friends, remember the monkey's dead. Show's over. Sue you. Dad.